Hello everyone! Welcome to our first collaborative video with grad mates. I found a problem that I'm gonna have Caitlin here work, and we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna have a good time here, and she's gonna solve it, and then I'm gonna talk through how I solved it and give you maybe another way, and if she thinks the same way that I did, then wow, it's amazing. We actually think the same for a change. So we're gonna have a lot of fun today, so let's go ahead and get started.
All right, so I think the best method for this would be to do substitution. So what I'm going to do is solve the top equation for x. So I'm going to add y to both sides. So x equals y plus 5. And then I'm going to substitute that in for x.
I can't see the red, I'm colorblind. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm only a little colorblind. I can kind of see it, so red's fine.
Well, you've made the comment.
No, I found out late in life as an adult that I'm a little bit colorblind.
So let's go with the blue. Maybe blue's a better color.
Oh, perfect. That I can see that. Fantastic.
All right, so
it's really the reds and the greens.
That's what I figured. So, my bad for starting off with red. Okay. Square root of y plus 5 minus square root of y equals 1.
Looks like you got a radical equation there.
I know. I'm going to erase the side work.
We need more room, right?
Yeah. Let's see here. Then I would square both sides. Okay. We're going to see how this works because that's my initial thought on this. I think this will work. We're going to see what happens. So I'm going to do the square root of y plus 5 minus the square root of y times the square root of y plus 5 minus the square root of y.
Oh, man.
And 1 squared is 1.
Okay, so I'm going to pause you. I think you meant y plus 5 and just y when you square it, right?
I haven't squared it yet.
Oh, you wrote it out twice. Okay, sorry. Okay,
I'm gonna square it now.
Okay, I'm the dumb one.
Yeah, no, you're not dumb. You weren't following what I was doing, and that's okay. So I'm gonna multiply those. When you multiply a square root times itself, square root goes away, so I'm left with y plus 5. And then I have, don't know if I like this. A negative square root of y plus 5 times the square root of y. I think I'll be able to fix that here in a minute.
I think you can. I'm confident.
And then I will multiply these two, so it's the same thing. So square root of y times the square root of y plus 5. And then I have...
Look at you showing all your work like a good teacher.
Negative times negative is positive, and square root of y times square root of y is just y. All right, let's see.
Beautiful.
This, I have 2 of them. I believe I can combine them to look like this. So negative 2 times both of these. Now, correct me if I'm wrong before I write this completely out, but can't I?
Yeah, you can put them together.
Put them together.
Yep.
All right.
That property holds with real numbers.
Perfect. And if we get an answer that is non-real, we're screwed. But it's okay. Maybe it'll work out. It'll be great. All right. So y plus y makes 2y. And then I have a positive 5. And then I'm just going to isolate this radical here.
Perfect. Let's see it.
I'm going to subtract 2y and 5 from both sides. Oops. Thought I was moving it up. So negative 2 times the square root. And I'm going to go ahead and distribute that. Y squared plus 5y equals, and I like to have the variable first, so I'm going to put negative 2y.
I'm the same way.
Minus 4.
Variables have to come first.
And then I'm going to divide both sides by -2.
Alrighty.
I thought it was unlimited space down here.
You can swipe up. Add another page.
Oh.
Yeah.
But where did...
Technology.
Hey, nice. You can tell I don't use this program much. So I have the square root of y squared plus 5y equals, and I can simplify here. That's going to give me y plus 2.
Oh, okay, nice. The negatives went away.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
And then I'm going to...
Pesky negatives.
Yeah, I'm going to square both sides again. So I'm left with y squared plus 5y. Now, I definitely cannot, and I've seen it before, I cannot make this y squared plus 4.
You know what my teacher called that in high school? She called that a fluh. You got foil, F-O-I-L, the F and the L. That's good. That's doing a fluh. That's doing an F and an L, yeah.
That's funny.
You can't do a fluh here.
It's illegal math. Felony, is that what you guys
It's a mathematical felony.
All right.
Prison.
So, y times y is y squared. And then if I do that, I will get 2y and 2y and 4. And then for lack of wanting to rewrite everything again, I'm going to combine those like terms. And then we are quadratic. So I want to move everything to one side. So because I'm lazy, I'm going to move the two terms from the left over to the right instead of moving 3 terms to the left. Those cancel out. Give me 0.
Oh, you're moving. Oh, sorry. You're moving them. Okay, gotcha. Sorry. Okay.
I
promise I'm not trying to mess you up.
-y plus 4. And then if I...
Oh, come on, slide.
I know, right? And then I'll add...
I hate technology.
Add y. And I get that y is 4.
Okay.
Well, it's a system, so I need the other one. If I remember correctly, I believe we had x minus y equals 5. So I can substitute this in.
Yeah.
X minus 4 equals 5. And then I can add 4 to both sides. And x equals 9.
Hey, let's check it.
So, like in the other one?
Let's make sure they both work.
Square root of 9 minus the square root of 4.
Yeah.
And that equals 1.
Yay.
So the square root of 9 is 3. Oops.
Oh.
And then the square root of 4 is 2.
Hey, look at that. We're smart.
All right.
We did it.
Now.
That's definitely not what I did.
Yeah, I figured. Does your pen work on that?
I hope so.
Oh,
imagine! Wow.
I didn't know that could work.
Yep. Oh, I wonder if my third one works too. Oh, very nice. Okay. There we go. Now,
refresh us on what the original problems were.
it was, oh gosh, I already forgot. Hang on. X minus y equals 5. Square root of x minus square root of y equals 1.
Yeah.
Okay. There's my system. Now, the only reason I thought of doing this little trick is because of Calc 3. Because I had a student one time, and super genius guy. And this is probably the only thing I was actually able to teach him because he already knew everything.
Oh.
Yep. Maybe not. Hopefully that's not the case. But so I know from the get-go, x has to be greater than or equal to 0, and y has to be greater than or equal to 0 because of the domain of those radicals. Right? Okay. Now, we actually know they're not going to be 0 because 0 minus 0 is not 1, so greater than 0 for both of those.
Gotcha.
All right. And then I thought, okay, well, this first equation here, you can actually pretend it's like a difference of 2 squares.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can factor it. So you'll have square root of x plus square root of y, and then you'll have square root of x minus square root of y, and that's going to equal 5. And then I already know that square root of x minus square root of y is equal to 1, so this thing is going to equal 1. So you have square root of x plus square root of y, that thing times 1 equals 5. I'm using my second equation for that.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I thought, you know what? I know how much you love elimination, so this is my new equation for my first, the first part of the system. And then you have the minus, and then you add them together.
Oh.
Yeah, so you have 2 square root of x, and that's going to equal 6. Square root of x is equal to 3, and then when you square both sides, you get 9. Check that out. And so, okay, well, let's go back to the original system. If I know x is 9, then 9 minus something gives me 5, so 9 minus y equals 5, and then I'm going to add the y over and subtract the 5, so y is equal to 4.
Wow.
How cool is that?
See, that's crazy because that. Let me write the originals again. It was x
Minus y equals 5.
is
We already
5.
forgot. We have terrible memories.
And then square root of x minus the square root of y is 1.
Yep.
See, now when we talked about this morning, you said you just you looked at it, you just guessed.
I lied.
So-
Sometimes I'll say, oh, by inspection, I plugged in just random numbers. Oh, maybe a 2 and a 3. Like if you square those, it'd be a 4 and a 9. Oh, what do you know? That one works because it was a lucky guess. So I lied there.
Okay, see, I was looking at it like, wow, he just looked at it and knew.
But I will say that all the work that I just wrote out, I did do that in my head last night. I was trying to do that in my head. I guess you could do that. That'd be kind of cool.
Huh.
Yeah. I was going to tell you that I lied to you during the video because I wanted your genuine reaction. That was the whole point of lying to you.
To be honest, the way you actually ended up solving it was a lot cooler than the lie. Like, that was really cool. All right.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
We definitely need to do this again.
Send us your problems.
Yeah, send us your problems. We love to work problems together because we have so much fun over here. Thank you for watching.
See you next time.